What value can you place on this man to Manchester United? Brian Robson's absence so often through injury has been a significant factor in United's falling away this season. But the England captain, wearing a protective harness on that injured shoulder, is back in the United side and displaying much of his old familiar zest and flair. United have undoubtedly had more than their fair share of injuries this season, and Ron Atkinson has had to change the side yet again tonight. Norman Whiteside and Colin Gibson are both unfit, so in come Mick Duxbury and Jesper Olsen, who'd been left out for the last 4 matches. 2 crushing defeats and a disappointing home draw have certainly lowered Chelsea's morale, but with matches against West Ham and Liverpool also still to come, they've not written themselves off yet. Doug Rugby and Darren Wood both return tonight after suspension, and with John Bumstead having aggravated a groin strain on Saturday, there's a place in midfield for Mike Hazard. Tonight's referee, George Courtney from Spennymoor, the only English official chosen for the World Cup finals in Mexico. A blustery night in Manchester for what they're billing as a title eliminator. While nothing, of course, will be settled tonight, defeat for either side would certainly have very serious consequences in what's become an absorbing chase for the championship. Hughes straight away finding Olsen on the far side, although Wood in fact got it there first. Chelsea in their all-blue strip. Attacking the Stretford end of the first half, although it's United who made this early sortie here. Great atmosphere here tonight, and certainly the Old Trafford faithful haven't given up the championship by any means. It'll be Olsen then with the free kick. In fact, leaving it there for Albiston. Robson coming in! Oh, they failed to pick him up there. And there'll be some questions asked there at the Chelsea defence. Been rather shell-shocked of late with the goals that have been conceded by the Chelsea team, and they almost got caught there as Robson came in. Strachan with Rugby. Chelsea looking to restore some confidence in their play after their recent run of poor results. They're certainly showing plenty of aggression. Colin Bates is the player hurt there. And George Courtney just having a quiet word with Mick Duxbury. Duxbury's tackle on it there. Foul by Duxbury. Murphy. The tackle by Gidman. Hazard. Rugby. Both sides struggling to control the ball in this win. Strachan. Good running then off the ball by Hughes, who was crudely brought down by Rugby. A little bit of retribution, I think, dished out there by Rugby. And a foul earlier on by Duxbury on Bates. And just look here how hard Rugby goes in. Well, Manchester United were expecting a physical battle tonight. It's certainly proving that. Strachan with the free kick. There's a second chance. Still Strachan. Good running here. Now Albiston. Strachan. Finding it hard at the moment to break down this Chelsea defence. Trying again here with Hughes. Really didn't seem any way that he could get through there. And it's a goal kick to Chelsea. Hughes, a player of immense talent. Barcelona's gain will be very much Manchester United's loss. Robson did well there, aggressively going. Davenport couldn't find a way through though. Nevin back to clear. He's hardly been in the game, Nevin, at all. Gipman with a header forward. And now here's Olsen. United fans finding their voices now. Higgins, away though by Pates. The flag was up for offside. Nevin. No one really has been allowed to settle on the ball at all tonight. It's been that sort of game. So much at stake, of course, for both sides. McGrath with the free kick. Now here's Speedy. Very much the danger man up front, alongside Terry Dixon. Sent off again recently against Queen's Park Rangers. He does seem to get himself in some scrapes. And here he is again now. Hughes. Watson spotted Strachan's run. Davenport was free inside him, but he was brought down again by Rugby. He's already been spoken to by George Courtney, and I think that could well be a booking for Doug Rugby. He's only just come back from a suspension. It's the second pretty hefty foul that he's committed so far, and you can see he's yacked Strachan to the ground. He is a formidable fellow. I think if he was a scarecrow in the field, the Crows wouldn't only be kept away, they'd probably bring back the corn they took last year. United free kick. Strachan and Robson and Duxbury are all there. Strachan with the kick in. It was Robson's header. And so often he's on the end of those crosses. He has that flair and instinct that so few other players possess. And there he is arriving, and he couldn't keep the header down. Higgins was beaten in the air then by Dixon. Spackman going in. There's Gipman. Strachan on for Davenport. Tightly marked though by Pates. Did well to find himself a bit of room. Now then, Strachan. Hughes in the middle of Rugby. The danger hasn't passed yet. Surely handled it though by Robson. It's a measure really of how much United have missed him, that there are only 3 league matches in which he's suffered defeat for Manchester United when he's played. Davenport, the new man from Nottingham Forest, still looking for his first goal. And George Courtney wants him to get on with it, and he's booking him there for time wasting. And I must say, it didn't appear to me that the 2 United players were 10 yards away. Was involved in a controversy on Saturday when they conceded a goal for his infringement of regulations. And he was in trouble again then. Flags up, offside. Higgins with the free kick then for Manchester United. Robson. Always prepared to try one from any distance. Dixon and Higgins. This is McGrath. V to Murphy. Hughes, no foul given. Here's Kidman. Strachan. Hughes in the middle, just beyond Godden. And no United player able to apply the finishing touch. And here's Olsen. Alveston. Chelsea defending tenaciously. They've given away yet another free kick. They've come here tonight in determined mood, Chelsea. David Speedie, I think, has got a little bit of a knock. Nevin. Speedie just stayed in his own half. Bringing Dixon in now. Can he get away from Kidman? Well, the cross was rather lacking any positive qualities. Strachan. Now then for Kidman. Here's Duxbury, a shooting chance perhaps. Olsen. Now then for Kidman. Strachan from Hughes' header. Marvellously set up then by Hughes. And Strachan, who scored a brilliant goal on Saturday, claiming the corner, felt there was a touch. The referee says no, it's a goal kick. But that was agonisingly close. Lovely layoff then by Hughes. And Strachan driving it just past the post. Alveston to Olsen. An aimless flick though, and then Dixon caught offside. United have really lacked cohesion in this first half and have had trouble breaking Chelsea down. Higgins with the free kick. One last assault perhaps before half-time. Here's McGrath. Was half a chance. Free kick to United. Up comes Higgins. The free kick which Strachan will take. And Olsen couldn't get away from his markers there. Strachan on, Olsen. Chelsea holding on grimly here in what must be now the dying seconds of the first half. Kidman with the throw. now had 2 minutes of time added on for stoppages. Olsen, Strachan. Speedy for Chelsea. Always the danger, of course, the counter-attack from Chelsea. They've had to spend most of the half defending. Now the end of an untidy, rather scrappy first half. Brian Robson leading by example as ever. Perhaps the closest to a goal early on when he failed to meet a cross from Arthur Orbiston, and then the shot from Strachan that went just wide. Chelsea really haven't mustered anything of any note at the other end. A rather grim first 45 minutes, and at half-time it's Manchester United 0, Chelsea 0. Manchester United haven't beaten Chelsea here in 20 years. If they're to break that run, they're going to have to improve on their first half showing. The news of David Speedie, incidentally, who got an injury in the first half. He's got a bruised instep. Clearly after some treatment at half-time, he's able to continue. McLaughlin. Hazard. Oh, Dixon was onside, and it's clear here. Now can Dixon finish? Beautifully done. And in the first minute of the second half, Terry Dixon, who hadn't scored for 11 games, has delighted those Chelsea fans. Hazard's ball clear. The United defence was totally stretched, and Dixon coolly steered it past Chris Turner. Terry Dixon hadn't scored since December the 28th, would you believe? But he's found the net tonight, and what an important goal that could be. The flag's up for offside there against Speedy. Terry Dixon, who's had his worries with injuries, and he seemed to have lost his goal-scoring touch. But my word, he tucked that one away beautifully. So what a fight on now then for Manchester United. Higgins with the free kick. Strachan's ball in. A wince there from Strachan, who perhaps was the closest to a goal in the first half. And now it's Chelsea who've taken the lead here. Chris Turner beaten. Hughes. Olsen. Now then for Robson. Free kick to United. Alderson going down. So Olsen then with a free kick for United. The touch was in. Almost there by Hughes. On his foot to the cross. Well, the goal will have lifted both sides, I'm sure. For different reasons, it will certainly stir United into action. This is Davenport. It's a United throw. Olsen. Now then for Strachan. This is Kidman. Robson arriving! Good goalkeeping then by Gordon. A little clash in the penalty area. Nolan Hughes and McLaughlin. Robson there almost on the end of that cross. Kidman knocking the ball over. Robson arriving. Well, if he lost it, he handled it then. It's difficult to read just which way the ball is going to go in this wind. Now Olsen. Albiston gone outside him. Away from Nevin and then Hazard. The cross was just eluding Higgins arriving, and it was Rugby who turned it up for the corner. Higgins coming in at the far post. The cross was from Albiston. A teasing one it was too, and there for Rugby away for the corner. And United are making a substitution. Gordon Strachan, who did seem to be limping earlier, is coming off to be replaced by Frank Stapleton, who's come on recently as a substitute and could play just about anywhere. That was why he was chosen for the role again. He's such a versatile player. I wonder where he'll slot in. Olsen with the corner. Here's Kidman. McLaughlin got it clear. Stapleton, for the moment at least, has taken up one of the front positions. Strachan, of course, a midfield player. McLaughlin. Chelsea with 9 defenders at the moment. Rugby. Robson with the cross, McLaughlin away. And one or two of the Chelsea players a little angry there with Rugby, who seem to be dallying on the ball, which he's acknowledged. Chelsea have given away the corner. The use of Strachan as he's got a pelvic injury. He certainly did seem to be struggling earlier. Olsen in with the corner. Will it fall here for Albiston? Higgins picking it on. Chelsea really battling at the back to get it clear. I think it's going to be an all-out rearguard action for them now. As United press for an equaliser. Duxbury to McGrath. Really has summed up some of United's play. It's really lacked cohesion at times. And there's certainly no way that they're playing as they did in the first couple of months of the season, when they were quite outstanding, those 10 straight wins. McLaughlin. McGrath was in before Hazard. Now then for Albiston. Here's Olsen. Robson had to stretch. Murphy. Oh, it's Speedy. He's clear. Balked then surely by McGrath. Clearly obstructed. The two of them exchanging angry words. Speedy was away then. McGrath, one of the quickest defenders around, quite definitely curtailed his run. And that's a free kick to Chelsea, just outside the area. This is Hazard. Trying to curl it into the top corner. Chelsea will see that certainly as a chance squandered. Free kick to United. Don Rugby, the offender. Not, I may say, for the first time tonight. Halfway through the second half. Can United save this one now? Stapleton going in. Davenport. The whole cluster of players there. Robson coming in too. And no one could find the decisive touch. Darren Wood. Given away though to Higgins. He's found Olsen. Good skill. Bringing now Orbison into the play. Richard soaring into the middle. The contact was from Robson. It's a penalty. Hughes went down, and it's a penalty to United. A golden opportunity now. The foul on Hughes. Olsen will take the kick. He scored 4 out of 4. I wonder what's going through his mind now. Olsen against Godden. Delightfully steered into the corner. And United are back on level terms. Goal number 13 for Jesper Olsen. And you couldn't have a penalty more perfectly placed than that. I saw him score 2 here in a match recently against West Bromwich Albion. And he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way on both occasions there. Godden, in fairness, went the right way, but couldn't reach it. So it's 1-1. And United are back in the hunt. No doubt at all that it was a penalty. And Jesper Olsen has taken full advantage. The foul there by Rugby on Mark Hughes. Ron Atkinson hoping now that his team are indeed back in this game. And he hopes on course for a victory. But Chelsea have other ideas. Here's Speedy. Good effort! Oh, what a save! Magnificent save then by Turner. Speedy's aim was perfect, and somehow Chris Turner acrobatically turned that one away. Beautifully driven, and just look now, Turner tipping it round the post. Well, he's hardly put a foot wrong since coming into the United side. He wants as much his foot as his hand there to deny David Speedy. And what a contrast in the second half here to the first. Almost lifeless by comparison. And this second half has really bubbled. That was an astonishing save by Chris Turner. And the crowd still digesting that save from Turner. His form keeping out Gary Bailey. Bailey really can't have too many complaints when he produces acrobatics like that. Here's Gitman. Davenport with the cross. And Hughes so nearly turned that one in. Sweeping move then by United. More in the style that we were seeing from them early on in the season. And Hughes very close to a goal then. Quarter of an hour to go. It's 1-1. The second half is decidedly more exciting than the first. David Speedy as ever with a few views on the matter. Higgins with the free kick. Knocked down that by Stapleton. This is Davenport, who had a second chance. And really his confidence in front of goal is lacking. It's not a chance that he would feel he would be putting away normally. Lovely headed out by Stapleton. And Davenport didn't really get hold of it. Now Robson for United. Here's Stapleton, and United certainly don't seem to have suffered by Stapleton's appearance on the field. Here's Olsen. Confronted by 3 defenders, he's away from Nevin. Hughes. Stapleton. Oh! Well, United were looking for more goals from Frank Stapleton this season. And he really providing on for them there. Under normal circumstances, they wouldn't quibble at a point at Old Trafford. Indeed, they drew here last season. 1-1. McGrath with the free kick. Robson. Higgins. Robson again. Well, how do you tie this man down? Robson then again showing his persistence and his bravery. But he couldn't turn it in. Everton to Hazard. Deception though was from Robson, and off goes Hughes. He's escaped now from McLaughlin. Rugby couldn't reach it. Here's Stapleton. He has support from Gibman. Robson! So often he reads the situation perfectly. Gibman's cross in. There's Robson. I'm sure he made contact though. But he has his uncanny knack of arriving at the right time. Dixon. Here's Nevin. The whistle's gone. So much noise here, you can barely hear the whistle. Even the players are struggling to hear it at times. A minute to go. Duxbury. Gibman making the run down that flank, but to no avail. Stapleton going in. Robson. Stapleton again. Good turn then by Robson, but he couldn't find a shooting opportunity. Duxbury. Way by McLaughlin. Albiston. The Chelsea players just throwing themselves into desperate tackles now, hoping to deny United. Hughes. Here's Olsen. Did well to get his cross in. Then Robson was almost on the end of it. Chelsea defending admirably here. And on the break now themselves with Speedy. And Dixon found beautifully! And in the last minute of the game, Kerry Dixon with his second goal of the night has put this game surely beyond United and ended their title dreams and kept Chelsea's very much alive. Kerry Dixon, so long without a goal, and he's come back here tonight with two. And what a part David Speedy played in that goal too. Cool finishing from Dixon. We're into injury time. It's all over. And that may well apply now to United's Championship challenge. Chelsea have bounced back here in style tonight. A disastrous Easter. The 2 goals from Kerry Dixon have earned them 3 points here tonight at Old Trafford. Acknowledging the applause of the Chelsea fans who made the trip up north. And the trip was well worthwhile. The hero of Chelsea tonight is Kerry Dixon. It's Manchester United 1, Chelsea 2.